am I the asshole for taking my ex to court for custody?
I'd say no. I mean, if you're gonna take your ex to court for custody, chances are you probably want to be involved in that kid's life. And not saying every parent has a right, to be in their kid's life. Some parents shouldn't be on their kid's life, but I don't know. I'm going with not the asshole for this one.
Okay, sounds good. I think Sean would be with you on this one. Just
he has to.
He has to legally. Yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do for the punishment in February,
because that's over. You bastards.
We'll figure something out. We'll do something special anyway.
Something.
But all right, so you're saying not the asshole. Let's hop into it and see. 2 years ago, a friend of a friend, Riley, 25 female, and I, 26 male, had a drunken one-night stand which resulted in her getting pregnant. We didn't know each other that well, and I didn't think I wanted to do anything with the kid because I was relatively young and didn't want any kids yet. I wouldn't want to pay child support or anything, and I told her this. Well, then you shouldn't have had unprotected sex.
Yes. Agreed. Damn, I think I'm wrong already. Starting off February, not so hot.
That's okay. I think you went through a perfect January almost, so.
Damn it.
But anyway, we'll continue on. She understood this and said she didn't need to force me into anything, but that she would be keeping the baby. I felt a little wary about that, but she argued it was her body and her choice, so I relented. Riley said she wouldn't cut me out of her life, but the baby would never know me as its father, just as a distant friend of hers. I agreed because I doubted I would want to be that involved, and I was right with that assumption for a while.
Which, yeah, you fucked up there, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of set it up pretty bad. So,
Shortly after, I began dating a girl, Allie, 25 female, who I fell for fast. Allie knows the basics about Riley and what happened. She was fine with it because Riley and I haven't seen each other in years, and she believes that this chapter of my life is closed and I don't revisit it. Recently, Allie found out she was pregnant, and I was excited to have a child with her. As her pregnancy progresses, I find myself wanting to reconnect more with Riley and our kid. Allie was initially not very happy with my sudden decision to want to be involved, but I reassured her I just want to know about the kid. I asked a few mutual friends about Riley and what happened after we parted ways. Turns out Riley got married to someone when the baby was a few months old, and he's been raising our daughter as his own. Word got back to Riley that I was asking about her, and she invited me to our daughter's second birthday as an olive branch. Allie agreed to go to the party with me. Admittedly, I got a little peeved during the party.
Why?
Yeah, you're a friend of her mom's. Why would you be peeved of?
Exactly.
My daughter doesn't look much like me, having many of Riley's features, which I don't know why you'd be mad about that. She only seemed to get my skin tone and hair texture. It annoyed me a little bit that she was calling another man her daddy and that Riley had no care to correct her about who her real father is.
Oh, maybe because you weren't a father.
You weren't a father.
You weren't a father.
Shit.
You were not even in the picture. You just got jealous all of a sudden.
Holy, this guy's a fucking idiot. Having another baby on the way, I regret agreeing to Riley raising her without knowledge of her true father. Before I left the party, I pulled Riley aside and told her that I wanted to be involved and that I wanted to get a custody agreement filed with the courts. She got mad and said that I couldn't sweep in when it's more convenient now, and that she's not going to upset her daughter's life because I suddenly want to play dad.
Yup.
She said she already has a father who loves her very much and doesn't need me to confuse a 2-year-old about who her father is. Riley told me she may be open to explaining our relationship when our daughter is much older and can understand it, but right now all I will be to her is a friend of her mother's. My girlfriend got pissed at me, saying she only agreed to this because she thought I wanted to get to know the girl as a friend of Riley's, not her father. Allie told me that I was an asshole trying to insert myself into a happy family, and that if I kept this up, I wouldn't be involved in her child's life either.
Damn.
And then 2 years later, he's going to be like, I want to be involved in my child's life. After thinking about it for a bit, I met with a lawyer yesterday about possibly getting custody. This is my child and I should be involved. The agreement that Riley and I was verbal and there's no papers, so I mentioned it to the lawyer. The lawyer told me there is a chance to get custody since the agreement was only a verbal one, so I have that going for me. Papers have been filed and Riley will be served with them by the end of the week. I feel good about my choice, but my mutual friends with Riley and my girlfriend have been ignoring me. I don't think I was wrong. Am I the asshole?
Absolutely yes.
100%.
So you messed up from the very get-go. You said to Riley that you weren't ready to have a kid. Riley was like, hey, this is also my decision and I want to keep the kid. And I don't know if, did I hear that right when he says the OP didn't want to pay child support, right?
Correct, yeah.
Okay, so that part pisses me off because now all of a sudden when the kid has some sort of foundation, has a happy family, a stable family at that, a stepfather that stepped up and loved the kid like its own, all of a sudden you want to swoop in. So if you are going to go to a court proceeding saying like, hey, I want to be part of this kid's life, then you better back pay Riley for those 2 damn years that you weren't a fucking father to that kid. If you want to be part of that life, that comes with that responsibility. And financially taking care of that kid is one of them. Chances are, if I'm not saying like the mother was probably not capable of like taking care of the kid by their own, but luckily someone did step up and help raise her up, right? So I'm just saying that if you want to be part of that kid's life, the first step that you need to do is get those damn fucking back pay going because you need to, contribute. And not just, not only that is you miss so much of like her probably going through the fucking pain of child labor by himself, since she probably didn't have that much emotional support. And yeah, dude, you're a total douchebag for wanting to butt in. I don't even want to start talking about how you're ruining your current relationship right now with your current girlfriend. You're about to lose another kid.
Yeah. It's baffling to me. He wants his cake. He wants his cake and to eat it too.
Yeah.
Like he didn't want any part of being a dad for 2 years. And now he's all of a sudden got this weird complex because he saw someone else calling his kid dad, who is that kid's actual dad. It has been
rightfully
there,
so the
up.
dad. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And Riley's badass mom and was like, I'm raising this kid by myself. I don't need you.
She took full responsibility, both physically and everything else.
100%.
And you just want to sweep in and enjoy all the glory while she made a life for herself.
Exactly.
You're a douchebag, dude.
Yeah. And on top of that, so on top of everything you said with like the custody and like paying child support, I am even against that like getting custody, even if he does pay child support, because as Riley said, you're upending this kid's entire life at 2 years old when she doesn't understand it, and she won't understand it for, quite a few more years fully. You know what I mean? And so to just go in and ruin this family because not ruin, but like upend the family and like put them out where they originally had something that was working for them and they had a happy family. You're now like inserting yourself where you're not needed. And it's just causing more issues. And then on top of that, yeah, like John said, issues in your current relationship with your current family, and all of your mutual friends are like, don't fucking do that.
Dude, stop. Your ego is getting way too inflated. Like, come on now. You don't need to wreck everyone else's life just because you're unhappy with yours. So, dude, you suck.
Oh, he just needs to realize that he's not a father. He's a sperm donor, as we say many times. We need to get that shirt going.
For sure.
But yeah, so Reddit agreed, asshole, and Devious730 said literally every single person in his life telling him don't do it. His current girlfriend, who's carrying his second child, is threatening to leave.
Don't do it.
Get away from him. But yeah, no, he just goes ahead and files him anyway. Total asshole.
Yeah.
Crazy.
My God. And the lawyer fees that he's probably paying, the egregious amount of lawyer fees should be paying, that should have gone, I don't know, maybe hide like a savings account for the kid in the future, right? So
yeah.
Hey, instead of wanting a custody, if you really want to be part of that kid's life, put some money aside so that way that kid can benefit in the future when that kid is ready to be introduced to you as their father. So
exactly,
that's just my thing about that.
Like make that account with the stipulation, like knowing this may not lead to me being in her life.
Look at that.
You know what I mean?
Perfect.
Like, just
there
be
you
an
go.
adult.
Exactly.
And it pisses me off because Riley even like put out an olive branch to be like, oh, you can meet her.
She didn't even have to do that.
She didn't have to do that at all.
Yeah.
And you're just taking advantage of it. It pisses me off so fucking much. Ugh.
Get therapy.